Hope everybody's well. Today we're going to do a review video. I heard a whole lot about it, or about these. I recently moved into a little cottage and I felt like it was a good fit. Other people buy them for RV, or the nomad life as they call it now. Today we'll be reviewing a portable washer that I bought, and I'm extremely disappointed in it. It had a lot of good reviews. It was mostly 5-star on Amazon, and I don't know if some of those reviews are fake or what, but I watched the videos, and a lot of people get on YouTube and they promote these products. They'll pay people money to review, but the main application is people with RVs that use them because they don't have the water inlets, they don't have the water outlets for a standard wash machine. Some people live in a small dorm. Other people live, in a large city, and they don't want to tote their laundry, down 50 stories. And so the main reason I bought it is I have fragrance allergies, and I have, I'm allergic to like Downy and Tide, and it's a very rare condition. And so I don't have, currently, I don't have running water, and I don't have I don't have the 220 for the washer. So the only way I can wash my clothes is taking the laundromat. And of course, because of my fragrance allergy, I can't take clothes in the laundromat. So let's get right into the video. So the one that I bought is by Gaintex, and I've seen several reviews on it. So its actual brand name on it is Costway. So let's take a look at the washer. This is the washer. It's basically, as you can see, it's a little over 2.5 feet wide. I was impressed with the size of it. You have 3 features. You have a soft, a normal, and a drain. It says it spins at 1,350 RPMs, which I never did see that, even with the dryer. But you can manually fill it up, or you have a water inlet, or you got a water inlet also on the right side. That way, if you don't have a lot of space. So let's take a look in the washer. So here's the inside of it, and here is the inside of the dryer, which is it's not an actual dryer, but I'll get into that in just a second. But you have a drain hose on the side, which this is exactly what I was looking for, because I have outdoor spigots, so I was going to manually fill the washer up. You run it for 15 minutes or however long that you want to run it, and then after that you turn it over to drain, and it drains the water out, and you put them in the dryer, or it's not actually a dryer, it's a spin cycle, and you hang them up, which I was fine with that. And then you put new water in it, and then you can work on load number 2 while load number 1's drying. But that's the basic functions of the of the washer. So my very first issue that I had with it upon opening the box, I'm going to put the picture on the screen, was my water inlet, which I wasn't going to use anyway because I don't have a spigot yet. It was used. You can see dirt all over it. So what I actually received was a used unit. That was my first complaint. So I was not happy with that. Number 2 is, in the video, or what I like to include, is the water drain hose. And my original plan was I had it over here on the floor. I didn't want to put it next to the door because I didn't want to bump on the door, but I was going to drain the water in a bucket. But the issue with that is that your hose has to be completely flat. So you either have to have a shower to where you can drain it off flat, or it has to be next to a door. And So I went ahead and I gave the unit a try anyway, and when you drain it, it's got a little space in there. It doesn't get all the water, which I'm fine with that, but so it has to be completely flat. So every time that I drain it, I have to open the door. And so I decided on maybe buying like a little tub and putting it in that like a little plastic container from Walmart. But the issue with that is when you put so much water in it, you spill it everywhere. So that was the very first mistake I done. The first 3 loads that I done, I got water all on the floor, and it made a terrible mess. The next thing that happened, my third complaint, was this right here. So I washed a new pair of jeans, and you can see the blue ring all in the washer. And basically I'll show you what happened, what it done to my clothes. So this is a brand new wash rag, and basically what happened is after I washed my blue jeans, and they'd already been washed once, but I washed them again because usually when I get new clothes, I wash them 2 or 3 times, you know, just to get the new smell out. But so I noticed on my wash rag, and these are brand new wash rags, you know, everything's went up expensive. New pair of jeans, all new wash rags, you know, new clothes when I moved in. And it was very disappointing to see these big old blue stains. I was wondering, I was like, what's going on? And I happened to look, and it was because of that blue ring. Because what it is your actual washing tub is not metal, it's plastic. So if you have anything that's metal, what happens is, or if it's, you know, any kind of friction there, but it's not enough water, it leaves blue residue or whatever. If it's got strong dyes in the clothes, that's what happens is, and you wash your whites after. And it wasn't because I was careful, because I'd actually, when I'd seen the blue ring after the second time, I'd wipe the inside of the unit out, and it still left a blue ring all over my new wash rags and towels. So that was about a $30 waste. So let's get into my next complaint. Was the inlet hose. And I don't know what happened, if it got loose or what, but I just come in, I went to town to get some supplies, and when I'd come back, I decided to do a load of laundry, and I was hoping it was going to be one of those deals, you know, put it in there, let it go. And I happened to, it was on normal, I had to plug it up, put the water in it. For some reason, at the very bottom, the inlet hose, it pretty much just doused the whole floor. So about 5 gallons of water just went on the floor. I spent 3 hours cleaning it up, drying it. You know, this is fairly new laminate, so I didn't want that to ruin. So that was my 4th complaint. The 5th complaint was the dryer, or not the dryer, but the spin. So it's got a little plastic thing in there, and as it spins out, the water goes in a separate compartment and you drain it out the drain hose. But with this unit, it's got a little plastic piece, but so it says 5 minutes, but I always do like 15 minutes. The reason being is it functions a lot better when you pull the clothes out. You kind of flip them, you turn it back to 5 minutes, turn it another way, and then you can hang them up. But I really didn't have a really big issue with that. The dryer seems a lot better than the washer itself. After use, you just use what I did. You just use a standard curtain rod and hang it up. Within about 12 hours, it's dry and it's not busty. So the dryer part, I was fairly impressed with it. The washer part, I'm not. They could at least use a metal tub, but they kind of messed up there, because if if you're washing blue jeans or anything like that, that is, it's a big no-no, because what's going to happen is it's going to leave it blue ring, and anytime you wash whites, it's going to get on your whites. Final complaint on the video. So you, excuse me, so you can see all the little lint balls, and this is not using the same water, but so I washed my hat and you can see all the white little lint balls. And that I washed a load of whites. I turned around, I washed a load of, I washed a couple pair of jeans, and the little lint system, it does not effectively catch lint. That was another complaint of mine. So that was not good at all with the design. But I mean, you can see it all over the hat, and that was after 2 wrenches, and it's still there. This is that right there is where it catches the lint. It's pretty ineffective, but I don't see this lasting long. I did fix the drain hose, but overall I think about returning the item, because it's, you know, after only 2 days of use, and I think I waited 2 weeks on the product, so I had about 5 or 6 loads that I washed a couple times, and I've already had these issues. And also be aware, because it does have a weak motor in it, if a coin or anything gets stuck in the edge of that agitator, it will not spin. So I always make sure that it's no change or anything like that in any of your jeans, because it'll really mess that motor up and it'll really burn it up. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Anybody that's thinking about, you know, buying a portable washer, this is my first experience with one, so take it with a grain of salt. You know, it was kind of a learning experience with this one. You know, I made some mistakes, but there's also a whole lot of design flaws, and I'm really disappointed about it. I'm pretty much thinking about going ahead and returning it, because, you know, like I said, after this 2 pair of jeans, you know, it's already got that blue ring, and it's already ruined, you know, some of my whites. Well, not really ruined, but it's the blue stain, and that's, you know, pretty much ruining them. But overall, I hope that if you're living in a dorm, you got fragrance allergies, you don't like using a laundromat, hopefully hopefully this video answered your questions, and it helps you make a selection of what works for you. Right now, it's kind of my only option, so I'm going to look at the return policy. But in and out, y'all have a great one. Hope this helped.